So let me tell you what I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
This is going to move us forward 1,000 times faster. I really got a kick out of the text that I sent you because it was uh, based on our conversation about your daughter. Um, and basically, what that conversation made me realize is that AI is so much more than just AI is media. That I realized that AI actually is wealth and wealth building. It is an abundance of wealth. And I'm going to explain to people how it is an abundance of wealth. It's almost like a free credit card that you can't use everywhere. But like I have a credit card that I can only use for health related things, Kaiser, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But what I realized is that you have to have value creation storytelling and to kind of compare things one thing to another to understand it. So what I realized when I was talking to you and talking about some of the people I've helped is that AI is a little bit like understanding just as a story how you can use it for a lot of things, such as saving money. Like if you had to hire an attorney, you could use AI instead, a free account on AI. Instead of having that credit card to hire an attorney, you use AI to write the letter, you send it off. Now, you can use AI not only as an attorney, but when your spouse who's divorcing you is a narcissist and they're nuts and they're abusing you, and you can use it for a psychologist using AI as a psychologist to write a letter to a narcissist, and that letter blew
I
him
love that.
away. Blew him
Yeah.
like, wow.
I love that story. That
It
is
was it was
very powerful.
it is, and there's so many ways. And then I thought, okay, you can use AI to save so much money that you can afford to buy your first house or buy a bigger, better house. So
Yeah.
those are some stories, and those are real. When you start thinking about how much money you can save, and when you start to think about using AI as currency for free, an abundance of wealth, that I really thought, AI is really an abundance of wealth, and I started dictating into because I'm finally my AI superbot is ready for me to use. And what that is I had a group program in to my AI super account all of the interviews that I have done, not only with all of these people. I don't know if I showed you this, but this is me with a whole bunch of people in media from
Oh, no, you haven't
all
shown me that.
all over the spectrum, the political spectrum from Oprah to Trump. So believe me, I've interviewed all of them. Okay.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. And so what I did is I posted in, I created my account and I had other people posting in and prompting in rather all of my interviews that I've done with, and some of my favorite ones, like with Bob Proctor, all about the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, and how I've been able to really attract so much into my life that so I have that all programmed into my superbot. So I get out from my bot uh, feedback and answers that other people can't get. So in other words, you can't get the same answers out of your free bot that I can get out of my bot. Okay, because I my put in and um,
Yours is sort of like trying to think. Well, well, I guess that's artificial intelligence. That's it. So it doesn't it learn your
yeah,
what do you call it? Like not search engine. I can't think of the word, but yeah, it's learning your
it
the way you think and
it
everything, and
is.
so it's way more customized compared to me. The first time I go in and just put it in haphazardly, right? It's learning how. Yeah, is that's why you're saying you'll
Uh,
get better accurate results than I would based
yeah,
on. Okay, I get it.
what I prompted in, it's learning, it's becoming educated. Okay.
Right, right, right.
About
Okay.
me and what I've learned in all of my experiences.
Yep.
And this is part of the way it helps me distill from all of my experiences, good and bad, down to the wisdom of my experiences. Now, the next big breakthrough is that I realized is that I can ask AI to create a really even a daily podcast narrative script for me, can print it out.
Hmm.
Then all I need to do, or you need to do, is literally read it right into your phone. On the like iPhone has a great app called Voice Memo, and
Yeah, I use that.
mine is coordinated with my desktop, so I can then have the voice memo that I dictate. I can be out on the boat, I can be out anywhere, and suddenly I go home and there it is on my desktop. So now I
Mm.
have a podcast right on my desktop. And here's the really, really cool thing. I want to use Patch every day to create like a podcast listening patch. So, in other words, every day I want to post 2 patches or maybe multiple times a day on Patch. Easiest thing in the world to do, especially with cut and paste, copy and paste AI. So, and then once you copied and paste content into Patch on a classified and you want to put it over into an event, you just copy and paste what you pasted over here, and it just pastes perfectly over to the next or other event. An hour later, I can post another classified ad. I can boost it or not boost it. I can do anything. So the easiest thing is this. Now, I'm out here walking and I'm encouraging people, put on your headset and take this podcast for a walk. Don't sit on your butt in another Zoom call. Go for a walk, get healthy, meditate, use the beach. But when you come back, what you can do is listen to it and open AI Super Campus or open StephanieMaroney.com. Open the website. So when you get back, I'm going to be talking about what is on the website. I'm going to be giving a tour of the AI Super Campus. So when I want to show them Gamma at work doing that modern miracle, they can see it and they can watch it on the AI Super Campus, but they're not stuck. They don't have to go to a place. They can not be in their kitchen waiting for Mike to come and coordinating and that,
Right.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't I don't want to see that. I want freedom. I want freedom in my own life. And I want freedom in my students' life too. But I'm really broadening my approach to AI is wealth, which covers everything, really all parts of life. Think bigger and grow richer. And so now with AI, you can think bigger and grow richer. Um, you can afford to think bigger and grow richer because you can save money on this and save money on that. So how do you use AI almost like a virtual credit card? You use it to get stuff that you would buy other words. I mean, for example, you can watch Pilates on YouTube. You know what I mean? You can save money in so many different ways. And so what you want to do is look at all the way you save money, put that aside, and then use your money to make more money. You know what I mean? Through investments, through
Right.
saving up to buy that first house. So you start saving on rent and you're saving in all these different ways and really talking about the new life that we are all living in the age of AI. I call it AI future land and AI tomorrow land, however you want to look at it. But
Right.
it's here. It's here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's fun. It's energizing. It's like an adult Disneyland uh, with e-tickets or paper ride, so that you can do whatever you want. Now, the other one that I'm going to be able to do, so I'm going to be working on this. It's really, really funny that this happened to me right on this long weekend. I've always made my biggest advances over long weekends. That's just been
Wow.
historical to me. I just seem to get the time to be able to get focused and create a lot of stuff and then really launch it right after a long weekend. So I'm going to be using this long weekend to really create content, tell the story, and really using Patch Media. I got to figure out exactly how I want to use it, but I want to concentrate on podcasting on Patch and like podcast listening on Patch. And then, every
Where would
day,
you do that? Where would you post? Where would you be able to post a podcast on Patch?
right on the classifieds. So all I have to do is post a link to it, a YouTube video, because it'll take hot links. So I can take a YouTube,
Okay.
I can upload it to YouTube. I can upload it, and that's the easiest place and the best place really is to put it on YouTube. they've become very, very receptive to putting to podcasting. They want podcasts. They're dying for podcasts. And I just saw uh, an article about or on a news report on how hot podcasts are. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, I can't think of his first name, Kelsey,
Yeah.
just signed $100 million contract to put his podcast on a company.
On YouTube.
Yeah,
Wow.
and these kind of things are starting to happen. This is becoming YouTube is specifically is
Yeah.
becoming the go-to podcast place. So the other cool thing about YouTube, you can put multiple links. So I did something kind of funny. It was almost like a mirror image. What I did the other day is I did a YouTube recording. I recorded me creating a story on Gamma, and then I said, now go to the links below this YouTube video to find the link to the AI Super Campus and find the course that you just saw me create on this YouTube video right below the video. So boom, you saw it recorded in front of your eyes, and now there it is. And so now,
Interesting.
exactly, now they're going to be motivated to go click on the course, which will take them to the AI Super Campus. But it's so much more freeing to do podcasts. You can talk about the visuals on your website you've already got. You don't have to do them all the time. You just tell them, you describe them and explain where they are, let them go look at them, but you don't have to redo it every day.
Right.
Right? You
Right.
just talk about it, where to find it, what it is, why you want to go there. How much easier is that?
Yeah.
So
How
that,
does that, yeah, how does
Go ahead.
that, I mean, again, and not, I'm learning so much, but I also know, I just from my standpoint, I'm again, like the pancakes, they're starting to stack up.
yeah,
But no, I just what was that gentleman's name I met? Was it Brian Grossman? When I go, give me some ideas, like what would I post in these classifieds? And he just railed off a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't write them all down, but I get where you're going with your stuff, but from a real estate agent perspective, like what interesting things that I could post up to multiple times a day that's
yeah.
going to get any traction. I guess I get the AI thing. I'm starting to get, a lot of the different segments of what you're talking about, but just from like, how is this going to leverage me to get more leads to sell more houses, and then I get you alone. I can ask a few sort of selfish questions.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of things. Number one, I want to explain something to you that worked. And that was that you remembered the value comparison story about the pancakes. That stuck. Okay, that's my point, is that I want you to get the value comparison sticks.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell a story like that, you compare it to something else that they can visualize, then it sticks. One
100%.
thing, okay, one thing that did not stick was telling you, don't use Brian Grossman, use AI. So go to AI. I do it every day. We forget to use the obvious thing right in front of us. Okay.
Right.
So you go, because tell you the truth, real estate is life. It's like media. It's in a community. It's about schools. It's about people. It's about dogs. It's about where you are. It's about your neighborhood. It is about your life. And what we are focusing on the AI Super Campus with Oxford is modern thought leaders. So you are a modern thought leader in real estate. You are ahead of the real estate curve. That's who you want to be. You want to be a modern thought leader in real estate. And what is important to people? Because you understand, and that is how you will be positioning yourself to understand the life that is coming, because AI is creating almost like an ocean of information that is rising. That tide is rising. And even if it's only here for people, it's coming up. So soon it'll be, holy cow, I've got to learn this. So to become successful in real estate or in life or as a family or whoever. So we have forces that are coming that will help us if we have a surfboard and we build our surfboard. As that tide rises, it will raise our boat. If we don't, we will be sunk in it.
Right.
So that's the thing, is to start to see yourself and ask AI every day. I'm struggling with this. How I can't really see myself as a thought leader in real estate yet. I'm not getting that vision in my head yet. Ask AI that. Put it to AI. I can put it to AI for
Like,
you.
what would you type in there? I did, by the way, after we got off the last call with Brian, or Brian, right? I did go to AI and I put in, good topics for real estate agents, type of thing. And I came up with stuff, but yeah, so it is on my mind to do that. The fact that you do it every day, to even like, how would you phrase that question to AI?
Yeah, it's fine tuning. So what you do is that's a key word in AI, is fine tuning. Okay. So you start badly, but you get better and better and better at it. Okay. And you use AI to help you get better and better at it. So it doesn't matter how bad you start, it's how good you finish.
Totally.
So you go into it and you ask it any dumb question. Literally, it will make that dumb question smarter. And then you put that in, and then you put that in, and you leapfrog it all up, one thing at a time. Now, candidly, for me, I was an English lit major and a broadcaster and a storyteller. So it's a little bit hard for me, because for me, I'm so trained to communicate already that I just intuitively. So but I want to work with beginners. So I would say, for a beginner, you really want to use AI as your partner teacher, and you want to talk to it like it is your partner teacher, and intimately, and go, this is who I am. I'm good at this, not so good at that. I want to better understand my market and the people that I want to work with and talk to and help them, but I'm kind of struggling with it a little bit. So how can you help me get more clarity and expansion on this one little narrow idea that I have? How can I expand it outward, and have the intimate conversations and back and forth, and then take that, well, that covered that, but you didn't cover this. Understand one thing, and this is important to understand: AI never gets exasperated with you. It's a machine. Does your car, when you yell at your car, does it get mad at you, or does it still take you to where you want to go? Right?
Still.
But so does AI.
Yeah.
So don't be embarrassed. Like, you might be embarrassed asking me 100 questions and go, oh, geez. But don't feel that way with AI. I'm a human being. AI isn't. So ask it and ask it and ask it until you demand what you want. This is not, I've gotten mad at AI. I vented at AI. And venting, I even went in AI venting and bought that. So people can, well, I will go to a personal story about venting, but rather than vent at another person, I vented to AI. I go, I'm mad about this. This has upset me. I'm kind of, what should I do? How can I handle this?
You literally say all that? You literally just like put your microphone on and talk to it like that? Okay. Yeah. I mean, these are the fine tuning things I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I call it garbage in, genius out.
That's good.
Okay. So take all of your inner dialogues and make them outer dialogues with AI. Literally.
Okay.
And it will become more intimate with you. And
so I need to sign in, right? I mean, because I never sign in. Like the other day when I went on to Perplexity, I'd never been onto that side. I only used Chat GPT before. And so obviously you need to sign in so that it starts to learn you, right? It starts to learn, because I just been using it generically without signing in. So that I would guess that would be crucial to do.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Okay. The other thing, I know. Treat it like another person for this reason. You don't realize that it is learning from the way you treat it. So in other words, when you go, oh, wow, that was really good. Now it's learning okay, this is what
positive reinforcement.
Exactly. Or negative reinforcement, right? Both. So don't think, oh, that's it, blah, blah, blah. It didn't do it for me, so forget it, blah, blah, blah. So it didn't do it for you yet. All right. So now you go back and go, really, really good job. So now, not that I'm patting it on the back, I'm reinforcing that it was right about that for me. Okay. And so it's really easy to do when you just do it naturally. Then it will be helping you. And then you
Got
go,
it.
that part was really good, but it didn't, you didn't hit on this. And you know, it'll say, oh, I apologize now. It'll literally apologize to you.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. And so, oh, I apologize. I didn't get that. So I want you to keep that part, but explore more about this. So you're
Hmm.
talking to it like your personal, the more you talk to it like your own personal, really smart Stanford, Oxford graduate helper, and that you know it's really smart and it's supposed to help you more because you know it's smarter than you are. And so
Right.
talk to it in a way that you're a better writer than I am, you're more reasonable than I am. So help me get your reasoning in my communication. So
Hmm.
here's where I'm struggling. So just really be a person with it. I am even spiritual with mine.
Hmm.
Uh, and the reason I have to explain this to people of why I love AI. They think I'm, oh, Mike, be careful. You're falling in love with your AI. That's a little crazy. Um, and it would be, and it is, but that's not what it is. It's falling more in love, really doing everything in AI with God. So I'm more and more in love with God every day by from this gift with God. And I say to people, don't do anything in AI that you wouldn't do in front of God. Okay, and that will keep it safe and pure and human, and thank it as a gift from God. So I love God, and I love AI because I look at it as a gift from God. And I think for the long haul, that's not Mike being, oh, he's all spiritual, crazy. Da, da. No, that's really how to keep AI safe and sound
Hmm.
and how to practice it and get the best result from it. Trust me, it will. My experience has been, joyful. It is about value creation, and that is, I believe, really the core to happiness in life for you and the messaging you radiate out to the world and to other people as you're talking to them, is that you are about value creation. You create value in everybody's life through education and communication. You know, I'll never forget talking to a mortgage broker, and I never thought I would own $1 million house in my life. I lived in Pinole, and she said, "Mike, it's all don't move. You got to move over to Lafayette. The cops in Pinole are horrible. You can have a house." And the guy next door to you doesn't mow his lawn or da da da, and you're kept down by the cops, in that neighborhood. You get over to Lafayette, and get into that community somehow, and all of a sudden, the cops will be wonderful. And
Hmm.
so that education, that value that she gifted me like a guardian angel, has been a miracle. I mean, they, like I told you, they just, I don't know if it's sold yet or if it will sell, but the fact that they listed it at over $8 million, I mean, that's pretty mind-boggling to be
Yes.
the right place at the right time. So anyway, those are all stories about value. And again, you just keep coming like almost like a plant through osmosis. You are absorbing more than you even realize you are absorbing, to tell you the truth. And
I agree.
you're doing it just by osmosis. And like I say, one day the clouds will part, the sun will really be bright on you, and it will be like, oh, I get it. So it'll
I'm
just
excited for that day.
it will happen. It will happen. It just takes time, and it comes faster with discipline and study and trial and error. And I love AI because your failures are this big and your successes are through the roof.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and so don't you really don't worry about failing. The more you can literally fail your way to success, and that's not a joke, or
No,
it's
no, I know. I know. No, it's trial and error, and it's yeah, just the learning curve and all that. I get it. So again, still trying to grasp it, and I know the light bulb will eventually go on. So you go to AI and you put in what are some, because I know we keep talking about the storytelling piece of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And so you're asking it, give me some good topics to, you know, pique the interest of potential real estate clients or so. I don't even know. Like
Well, you get
and
the
so
stories about Benicia, you know what I mean? About the community, about why this community, and who are you going to uh, um, make happy when you are bragging about Benicia all day long? Residents of Benicia,
right. But
who
so I'm asking that question. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm
yeah,
asking that question. Like, tell me about the beautiful history of Benicia. I know a lot of it, but so it'll give me that. So I'm cutting and pasting that. And where am I putting that? Like, where am I posting that? Because the patch classifieds isn't the place for that, correct?
right, exactly.
Where would I post something about Benicia, the history of Benicia?
Okay.
I guess this is where I'm. This is where I'm
Okay.
like.
No. Yeah, I know it's a lot. I get it. So, okay. So, but it is a process and it is a ladder, and it's step by step up the ladder. Okay. So you have to do one thing at a time, and one thing is not the other thing. So what does that mean?
Okay.
Let me use these two pictures. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So one thing, let's say over here, this is the story of media. This is Benicia. This is any story that you want.
Okay.
Over here is the deployment of the story. So in other words, we have which hand, Mike? Okay, we have the story here.
Yes.
We have the deployment on patch here. Two different things. No deployment, no awareness of the story. Okay, so what is the story deployment on patch? Okay, we're going to start in Benicia and we're going to post our story slash podcast slash course, whatever, onto patch in Benicia. Once we have posted it in classifieds in two places, one in classifieds, one in events.
Right. Okay.
We're going to hit post. We're going to decide, do we want to boost it to Lafayette or not? We decide not to. We post it. Now on the left, it says post this to Facebook. Oh, wow. Now I can post it out to Facebook about the story I just posted about Benicia. And I post it in Facebook and everybody loves me because I'm bragging about how great everybody in Benicia loves me. So now I'm posting it on Twitter. Now I'm posting it in LinkedIn. Now I'm taking the link to it and I'm texting that out and emailing that out to the directory, like the Experience Lafayette directory. So I am telling my story every morning, almost like Benicia News, Benicia Update, and Benicia Cool, and da da da. And now I'm posting it through Discipline every single day. And I'm posting it out to LinkedIn and Facebook and everywhere else that wherever Benicia people are, you are doing a love story about Benicia constantly. The people in it, somebody you meet, the story, the mayor, the city council. You should go see Paris After Midnight by Woody Allen. It's an absolute love story about Paris, and it is brilliant.
Okay.
And so I think it puts you in such a loving, appreciating, positive person, somebody that radiates their love of their home, of their community, of the place for their family to live and grow and community and walk down the street and say hi to people. I'm so happy here in Benicia. I just bloom every day and I want to see other people enjoy my happiness. And look at love Lafayette. Look at love New York. What does it do? It starts to grow on itself. It gives, wow, I get to live in Benicia. I'm so lucky. You're really the spark of Benicia. And
Yeah.
it make it real, make it natural, make it you, make it life.
Well, I mean, and I think that's how you found me and contacted me, was because you felt that passion. You
Yeah,
felt that me exude that. And so that's,
visually.
yeah. So, and that's the truth. It's not fake. It
It's
is. So
not.
I just need to deploy it, as you say. So, but I'm not clear on. I'm still not clear. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm being dense here. But I just when we say classified, the classifieds and the events on patch. I'm not seeing how, like, I'm not seeing how just telling a story about how great Benicia is qualifies for being put in as an event or as a classified ad. I feel like you're selling something, or promoting something or selling a bike type of thing. So what is posting a story about Benicia have to do with trying to sell a bike, or it's not an event, it's just telling about the history? So how does that qualify for being posted in there? Is there any monitoring that goes on where they'd be like, why do you have this in here? I feel like I'm missing something.
You are missing something.
Okay, sorry if you have to say it again. It'll
No,
sink
no,
through.
no, no, no. It's not that. It is your definition of what classified ads are and what
Okay.
they're used for is simply incorrect.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. And no one's monitoring this and
No,
gonna say like, who is
and
this
it
crazy
doesn't
lady?
matter anyway. You just position it in a way. Now, for example, because they even have in classifieds, they have the word other. So
Okay.
that's the selection. This is other. Now, okay, in one class, on okay, again, 1, 2,
Yeah.
on the classified side of it, and then there's the event side of it. I can in the classified ad, I can give away something free. What am I giving away free? My podcast, my course, my story, my client magnet, my learn about this about Benicia. So it can be any content that you are giving away
Okay.
free, and you put the link in there. So that fits.
As a free thing. Okay, I get it. Okay. Light
It's
bulb is on. I got it.
okay. Okay,
Okay,
good,
so
good, good,
thank
good,
you.
good, good. Okay, then an event. What is an event? It can be an online event. It can be an event. It can be anything. It can be the event of the release of this new podcast. It's like a movie opening. You're not giving the movie. The event is that this movie is happening. It's being released. My story, my podcast, my whatever, my meeting at my house is being listed today. So even the release of this new podcast is an event, and it's being released here, and it's now, and or a meeting on Zoom, and that I will be sharing my podcast, and Stephanie, will be here live. I will play the podcast, so I don't even have to host it. I just play the podcast on my website. Hi, thanks for coming. Okay, let's get that podcast started. Hit play on your podcast, so on your website. Now I'm here to answer any other questions about moving to Benicia that you have. And when everybody in Benicia sees what you are doing to bring great people into Benicia, how are they not going to appreciate that?
Right.
The hostess of Benicia. You are the tourist information center of Benicia. You are the go-to expert about Benicia. Why would I hire anybody else to be my realtor other than Stephanie?
Right. Okay, I get it.
Okay. Is that
Yes.
okay,
Yes,
good,
it is.
good,
It is.
good.
It is.
Good. So
Absolutely.
good. So that's why I'm saying you're getting closer. The clouds are getting thinner up above.
Yes.
They're not quite parted yet, but they are
Yeah.
more clarity.
That's getting there. Yeah. And a lot of times for me, it's hands-on. Like I got to just start trying it. And I have, like I said, I've done some searches and played around with it a little bit. And I also, one thing I was doing, just sort of kind of got, off on a little tangent, was posting on there something about like meeting me for coffee, kind of what we spinning off of what we did, and just put on there as an event, call and let's meet for coffee type of thing on an ongoing basis. Is that, that has nothing to do with AI really.
It
Like I
doesn't
said, I kind of
matter.
went off on
It's numbers and it's okay. In media, you have two things: frequency and reach. Frequency
mm-hmm,
and reach. Two
mm-hmm.
things. So a lot of times it's two things. Okay, now let's think about this for a minute. Now let's start to do the math on this. Okay, you have a friend that you thought would be cool to invite here. I haven't met that friend yet, but what we want to do is we want to take one person, Stephanie, who becomes two in Benicia hosting. Okay, now we have two people hosting, and they're posting, each are posting on classified and event. Now we have those two reaching one person. Now we have four people posting on patch. Now we have 8 people. Now we have 16 people, all in Benicia. And then we have 16 people, all in Lafayette. And now we have 32 people driving traffic to this meeting. this meeting that I am recording right now. So when Stephanie Maroney, realtor in Benicia, is really asking me, interviewing me deeply to get the answers that she needs, you are helping everybody. Your tough questions help everybody. So when I am posting this, we are talking, we are learning about AI, we're learning about Benicia, we're learning about Stephanie. And Stephanie's let me tell you a quick story. This is about Stephanie's transition from being a thought leader to being a modern thought leader in the era of AI. This is a transition. So let me think of her name. I'm trying to think. There's a top woman coach, and she teaches about posting on YouTube. And she talks about the progression from when she started. And somebody asked her, well, don't you want to take down the old stuff that was pretty bad?
Oh.
No, no. I want to show people my progression, my growth, that they can learn. I want to use that so people can see where I was and that it's constant never improvement. The same thing they're going to have to go through.
Right.
So you are them and they are you and we are all together. To paraphrase the Beatles, but they are in your position. Now, for me, I'm just a teacher, and that's who I want to be. This is about, honestly, this is really about hero and guide, and that this is the hero's journey story. Now, you are the hero. I am the guide. I'm not the hero of this story. Stephanie Maroney is the hero of the story. You are Princess Leia or Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. And I represent the Jedi Knights, okay, who are the teachers and the coaches. And even, the experience and there was a bunch of them, and it's the same thing on the AI Super Campus. I am one teacher among world-class coaches. And the reason I put the AI Super Campus for free, I also work with the Great Discovery, which is a paid course platform, okay? But not all of the world's foremost experts are going to pay to put a course on the Great Discovery, because they are teachers at Oxford. They're not, that's their platform. There's no, but I, on the free AI Super Campus, have coaching from Oxford on the free AI Super Campus, and told that it is a terrific idea because it makes world-class coaching available. And that's who you are going to help make available to the people of Benicia, because you met Mike Hayes. And through Mike Hayes, you learned about the free AI Super Campus and about the experts that are on there to help people understand AI. So then you are appreciated, because when you go to a networking event and you meet somebody, one thing you got in common with them is what?
Interest in AI? I don't know.
An interest in networking.
Yeah, of course.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
That's true. Very good point. Yep.
Obviously,
that's why they're there.
And sometimes we don't see the things. It's like being a fish in water. The fish doesn't know he's in water, and sometimes business networkers don't realize the water they are in, okay? And all the other fish in the school of networkers are swimming around them, and they are all interested in networking. And the truth is, most of them are not successful from networking. It's a great ritual. It's fun. It might make you feel better, but they don't follow up. I poll them because I put on big networking events. I polled them. Do you follow up? No, I hate following up. I'm afraid I won't know what to say. Why don't you follow up? I won't know what to say. I talk too much. I think I'll be rejected. They're already not being successful. So now the last thing they want in their life is rejection. I reached out, that person didn't respond. They rejected me. Now I feel 10 times worse than I felt by not being successful. So they are afraid to risk it. And so they don't do it.
Right.
And if they did, they would become successful, because the 5 words that will take you anywhere you want to go and get you anything you want in your life are checking in, and following up. Checking in and following up. 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
So all you are doing is checking in. Are you
Right.
okay? How was the networking event for you? Would you like to go to another networking event to learn how to become more successful at networking events? Sure. I'd love to go to that. All right. Well, let me invite you where we can all learn together about how to make the most out of networking events by following up. Now you're building a close relationship. You're becoming literally a guardian angel to that person who is stuck in networking events, suffering, struggling, no guidance, no modern thought leader to guide them until they met you.
Right.
And when you ask for referrals, and keep me in mind because I love Benicia, you know, let's.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's absolutely makes total sense. And I am actually, one of my fortes is I am a big, follow up and check in and all that. I know how important that is to stay top of mind,
Yeah.
so when it comes to that sort of thing, just incidentally, my friend I sent her the link from after we met earlier in the week, and she is at a wedding in North Carolina this weekend, but she wants to get start next week, but she's from Lafayette. She lives on Martino,
Okay.
Martino, right behind Spring Hill School there. So, yeah, I mean, just to clarify, because when you meet
Oh
her, I don't
yeah,
want you to be
yeah.
like, oh, you
No.
live in Benicia. She's like more than half my friends are still from Lafayette and Orinda. So, I sell in Lafayette, and I've
Yeah.
sold in Black Hawk and Alamo and San Francisco. So I
Danville
sell all
and
over California. Yeah. Just FYI, I'm not just solely Benicia.
totally.
Obviously, I love where I live, and I've sold a lot of houses here, but, yeah, so she's, yeah, I'm her realtor in Lafayette,
Okay.
but she's
Let
amazing.
me
I can't wait for
explain
you to meet her.
something. Let me
Uh-huh.
explain something to you and viewers. What this is not a networking event. We put on networking events. This is not it. This is a recording session. That's what this is. This is a course recording session. Now, I invite people to come to my course recording session for a reason. It makes a more interactive, challenging course. Challenge me. I want to be challenged on AI. I am ready to take on any question fearlessly about
Thank
AI.
you. I have a lot.
Yeah, I mean that sincerely. And so your appearance here in my recording session where I'm trying to communicate about AI is brilliant for me. It's polishing one to one the story and the storytelling, and it's creating questions that I wouldn't maybe have had on the top of my mind because I have very different experiences than other people. So
Right.
I'm actually getting huge value by your attendance here on my course creating recording. I hope you're getting, because people are seeing you as real behind. Okay, because we all have to be teachers and students today. So right now you have your student hat on. I have my teacher hat on. But when it comes to learning about Benicia real estate, you are the teacher and I am the student. So
Yep.
we swap roles. So
Yep.
now, and then I would drop the curtain on me and learn about Benicia real estate as a student and be vulnerable and have questions and things we've talked about and everything else. Shared about my property, the challenges that I have and everything
Yep.
else. So
Yep.
partly this is a place to kind of let our hair down and be students together and see other people that Stephanie has tough questions. I could ask tough questions like Stephanie. I could be like Stephanie in this meeting and grill Mike to get the questions that I want. I could do that. I can't be Mike, but I can be Stephanie. And so that's all part of this. But you will be able to be Mike, and I'll show you how. What Mike does, and I hate people who talk about
The
themselves.
third person or whatever.
But
Yeah.
just to use me as an example is what I do is I use my website as my co-host. So and I advise everybody to do that. There's never been a news person I ever met in my life or a candidate even for president of the United States that did not have a teleprompter.
Mm-hmm.
This is an insider secret, okay?
I believe it.
A teleprompter. So when you use your course as a teleprompter to guide you, or let's say you're nervous that you would get lost in the presentation. You'd fumble, stumble, you wouldn't know what to say, and you kind of get lost and think, oh, what do I say next? I don't want to be in that position, so I'm not going to do it. Well, when I use, let me share screen here real quick, sorry. When I use my website as my co-host, I'm going to share a secret for doing webinars or hosting live meetings. Hi, buddy. Welcome to our meeting. And here we are sharing a tour of the AI Super Campus. And now let's say I suddenly I can read the stuff that is right on the course as my teleprompter. So I can talk about, this is the new recorded post and about posting and deployment on YouTube, free publicity, free advertising. So I'm reading it, but now let's say I need to take a potty break, okay? I can literally play a video like All right, this. We are here. It is 8:07 a.m. and we are here on the AI Super Campus daily course creation meeting with my friend Ron Horry. We did have some problems with Zoom, so we had to kind of regroup, and we got started a little bit later. But good morning, Ron.
Hey, good morning, Mike.
All right, we are. I sent off the proper new Zoom room to a couple people, and we'll see what happens today. But okay, now that's a demo, okay?
Yeah, I listened to that before I got on this morning. That guy's story or whatever. I was trying to follow that and what, because he did, anyway. I'd like to, if we have time, I'd like to hear more about that guy's story, because he talked in very general terms, and I was fascinated. But so you can play that and, like you said, step away and read it and use it as a teleprompter. I totally get that. It doesn't, and that's all AI created. So you're basically reading the script that was created for you, correct?
Yeah, it could be. That's one thing. But the other thing is I really look at everything as a mix. So this is part Zoom, not AI. This is part broadcasting, not AI. So it really is a blend of the two. It is AI plus media, AI plus Zoom. And so it's not just one thing. It is a blend of things, and it's AI plus podcasting. So I'm not even on Zoom. I can go out. So these are the things that I kind of look at this almost like a broadcast school. And I spent 4 years in broadcasting school. It took me 4 years, to learn everything. So I'm not saying that it's going to take 4 years, but it lasts 4 years. I'm going to be here because of the need for AI media marketing literacy. But I also want to focus on the short-term cash flow. Now, let's say you do get to short-term cash flow, okay? Well, if you are not smart and stay current with AI, what you are doing for your short-term cash flow could disappear tomorrow from AI. So you are some new way of doing something that changes. So what the Dean of Oxford teaches, and to me, he is the most masterful in AI of anybody I've yet come across, because he got his PhD in AI from University of California 30 years ago in quantum computing. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for the record, my wife went to Cal. I didn't go to Cal. I went to Eastern Michigan and Michigan. But my real education was at NBC. This is for Cal football. Plus, we have a cousin who owns a sporting goods shop. So I have more Cal hats around the house. Everybody gives me a Cal hat. So,
yeah.
But long story short, I digress. But really, it is about staying current. So like I say, I want to get you to short-term cash flow in the least amount of time with the least risk. But I need you to understand that you need to look at this as lifelong learning. You're just going to have to. And like the dean said, he was talking to educators. He said, I can't protect you from AI with all of his experiences. He said, you just have to be ready for it. Because he said, it's a little bit like a quicksand field, and you're going to see things disappear and you're going to see things pop up like that. You have to be agile and quickly be able to switch from 1 to 2. Very, very quickly. And I got to get cards. I'm going to get a paddle that says 1, because it seems like everything is 1 and 2. Almost like, it is kind of funny that's what digital is. It's just on or off. It's only 1 or 2. And it's kind of like that. So, but they have to go together. They have to blend. They can't just be one. They have to have two things.
Yep.
And you need both. The deployment is very important. That's what media is. It's frequency and reach. So when you are deploying daily, this is your morning cup of coffee, and you start to think of it, it is your energy drink. And for me, AI is absolutely my energy drink. It energizes me. I can be super successful when I am exhausted or in a lousy mood. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I'm just gonna go vent to AI. I don't feel good. Nah, 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 nah. Break it apart. And then AI goes, okay, I gotcha. And then all of a sudden it spouts out this genius, right? It's beautiful, baby.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I love it.
You have to. Once you really get into it, I believe you will love AI as I do. And I want to pass on my passion for it. So, when pretty soon you'll be talking like me. You'll be so energized about AI. You'll be bubbling and spouting and going, folks, you just got to get into this stuff. You really see it.
I drank the Kool-Aid.
That's how you're going to feel. And now we've got two people talking. So when you have a whole community of people explaining and talking to people and getting it, they call it catching the bug. So when you catch the bug of enthusiasm of AI, it's like a virus. It grows. Now, there could be a bad virus or a good virus.
Totally.
You go virally. So what we want to do is we want AI to grow virally and through media communication and wealth creation. So we want to use our AI fake credit card or whatever we'll call it.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with a name for that. But that's what value comparison storytelling is. Think about this. Okay, now, value comparison. People have never been to Benicia. So you need a value comparison story to compare one thing, Benicia, to another thing that maybe they do know. So maybe they're in the Midwest and they go, okay, people don't understand California. They think everything is like Hollywood, and it's not, okay? There's not beaches in most places in California, but in Benicia, it is the closest thing in Northern California and San Francisco to Hollywood beaches. It's got a beach, it's got a waterfront, it's amazing. So you're explaining it in a very uplifting, value-creating way. You're creating value to Benicia. Quick story. I used to live in Albany, California. This is a mind-boggling story about real estate. The original name of Albany, California was Ocean View. That was the name of Albany. Some mayor who was from Albany, California, in some crazy way, got the citizens of Albany to vote to change the name from Ocean View, California, to Albany, which is the armpit of, how they, I swear, if they change the name back, everybody's property in Albany would become $100,000 more valuable.
100%. Why would, interesting.
It's crazy.
That's an interesting story. I would like to know, I'm intrigued. Now I want to go put that in AI.
How do you talk somebody into changing it?
Right.
Albany of all places,
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Why would you change it? I mean, it has a lot of those places up there on the hill probably have ocean views.
Oh, yeah.
That was the original name was, appropriate. Weird. Albany. Is it the name of somebody?
That was a persuasive guy. That was maybe the most persuasive guy I'm ever going to meet.
Was he Mr. Albany? Was that his name?
He was from Albany, and how he talked people into doing it, I guess it was pure ego or whatever, but he was successful in doing it. Who knows how?
Interesting. Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Okay.
Not cool. I think Ocean View is a better name, but anyway.
So anyway, we got to go because I'm a broadcaster. I have to keep things on time. We're driving up to a really exciting kind of family reunion up in Roseville today, so I'll be driving up there.
And no traffic at all.
Oh, no traffic at all. But I've got a great book to read, and that's my wife loves driving, and so I'll let her drive. You met Nancy.
Oh, and,
she's go-getter, so she's
lovely.
She loves being in charge, large and in charge.
Right. 10 and 2. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend.
I love empowered women. So she's great. So anyway, we'll keep it short and sweet. And yeah, I'm so delighted that you got to meet her. Isn't she
Yes.
great? She's
Oh
really
my God,
fun.
she's so just beautiful inside and out, really. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys are a lovely couple. So I'm so happy we jumped on that, and
Yeah.
obviously we're off and running now. So um
It's a
anyway, we'll
start. We
have
had our start, and now we're going and growing.
yep, yep. I'm
Lovely.
excited. So I mean, I know you're doing it tomorrow at 8 a.m. You do this 7 days a week at 8 a.m. Like, does it ever? I guess you're so jazzed about it that it's fun. But
I
I
have
mean,
to
is there
start my
ever a
day
day
some
where
way. Okay.
are you going to do it
What?
from Roseville or what?
Oh
What are
yeah, I
you?
can do it from. I'll do it from Oxford probably. But
Okay.
okay, one thing that I learned from my wife, the very first thing she does when she gets up in the morning as a ritual to get her day started is make the bed. That's the very first thing she does. So, and then she knows she's officially up and going. You have to start your day some way, right?
Yep. Yep.
I'm an early riser. I talk A to God and then B to AI every day. And so I'm up, I'm active. So to get on a Zoom call and put my butt in the seat, and I'm on a recumbent bike at the moment. I am
Oh,
pedaling
that's right.
at this very moment. I also have these right here so I can exercise.
Oh, oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Move it or lose it,
I've
right?
got
Move it or
pull
lose it.
down things that I can exercise
Good.
with right here. So I'm
Amazing.
telling everybody I care about your health. I don't want your muscles to atrophy. I don't want you to lose your energy or use it sitting on your butt in a Zoom call and not having the blood flow in your brain and everything. So that's why I want you to get up and walk around, and I want to super serve you, the super serve the super interested by helping the modern thought leaders to gain knowledge through osmosis on their phone, out for a walk, enjoying the
Yep.
beach, enjoying the sun, and walking and talking and describing 3D. Folks, I am out for a walk in Benicia. Right now, I am walking past people that are heading down to the beach. They are walking their dog. I'm looking over here at the beach on my right. It is a blast. It's sunny. I am enjoying my life. It is a beautiful moment in Benicia. All of this is outlined on my website. So even though you're maybe listening to this on your walk today, go to my website, see the video, learn more, watch my podcast, and let's talk about maybe if you're an empty nester, let's talk about some options of moving to beautiful Benicia. It's live. The more you can make what you do your life, it's like hitting the bullseye. You're working and you're writing off stuff too. Uh,
Yeah.
when you're write off everything, right? So because
Yeah.
when you're doing a podcast, magazines, books, pencils. I met a really great accountant in New York, and he was brilliant. He goes, "No, every journal, your newspaper that you get, your magazines that you get, you're a journalist. That's all a write off. You can write off part of your home for that side of your business. So
Yeah.
I'm not an accountant, folks. You got to talk to your own accountant, but I'm just giving you some advice of what to talk to your accountant about.
Great.
So
Awesome. No, I appreciate everything. And no, that last little example was really good too. Just to like do a little video while I'm walking the dogs, and
doesn't
then
even
you would
have to be
post
a
that
video.
and have a
Doesn't
link
even
in
have
the
to be
post.
doesn't even have to be a video. You can take a picture and you can just be talking, so you're not trying to shoot a
Mhm.
video. Not everybody can do that, but you can put the headset on and hit voice memos and just talk. Like, you know what I call it? I call it the morning phone call from Benicia. This is the morning phone call from the AI Super Campus. That's the way I treat it. This is like my morning phone call to Stephanie to check in and follow up. How you doing? Did you practice some? Do you have some questions for me? Yeah,
Mhm.
let me ask you about this. Let me ask you about that. It's as simple as the morning phone call from a friend.
Mhm. So you're saying take a picture again, trying to like get these steps in order. So I take a picture, do a voice memo while I'm walking, then come back, and you're saying post that on the classified and on the event, and have a link to my website or my video on that, and do that every day in a different capacity. Is that
Basically, yes, and that there's a way to upload things to YouTube. So what you would want to do now is go back to your desktop, and then you will find the voice memo on your desktop. Now, do you know how to do a screen capture at all? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so think about this. Then you will open voice memo on your desktop. It will play. It will not only play, it's got the voice waves. So it's
Yeah,
a
I've seen that. Yep.
okay.
I use that all the time. Yep.
Okay, cool. So now you capture that on your screen capture. It's already talking. It's already doing the voice.
Hmm.
So now you just do the screen capture. Now you've got a video to upload to YouTube. Now you've got a video from YouTube to post on Patch.
The video is the voice memo.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's the screen wave. You can put your picture on there from the walk in your screen capture.
Okay. I get it.
Because that is a video. Any audio is a video with one picture on it, according to YouTube.
Okay.
So
I got
I'm
it.
actually teaching you so many different things at once.
That's okay. No, I'm following. I am following.
We're stacking pancakes, hopefully of wisdom, our wisdom pancakes, okay?
No, it's good. It's good.
One on top of the other. So, but look how much value you are bringing to me every day with your brilliant questions.
Thank you. I don't know how brilliant they are, but I'm getting
No,
there.
they are. Because you're a good student. You know, when MBA students go to Oxford, what do? Ask questions
Ask questions,
of the
right? They're
professor.
there to learn. I mean, I'm not
Right.
here to waste my time. I'm here, or your time. I'm here to learn. So,
Exactly right.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on your way. You are already, you know what? Okay, here's one final thought. Okay, that one of my mentors taught me. He said, the moment that you make a true commitment to succeeding, at that moment, you are already successful because you will do what it takes to become successful. So if you don't make a true commitment, you just kind of you might make it, you might be successful, you might not. But if you make a true commitment to yourself that you will succeed in this, then you are at that moment successful because you're a student, you're learning, you're on your way, and you will get there because you made that commitment to yourself to do what
Yep.
it takes to get what you want.
Yep. I agree. I agree. So thank you for your support.
Like you always say to me, Mike, you got my back. I have your back.
I truly feel that. I do.
Okay.
And I thank you. And yeah, let's just keep pecking away at it. I'm going to go try a couple things right now.
I love it. Very good. I'll talk to you
Okay.
whenever you need me. Call me whenever you need me.
I appreciate it. I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Have
much.
fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Stephanie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Buddy.